anybody.
And first to come out and face the Villa Park crowd here tonight, Liverpool led by their skipper, Phil Thompson. And number 3 in line, Terry McDermott, and all Liverpool fans will be wondering just what difference he's going to make to this semi-final setup here tonight. So here come Liverpool. To be followed out by Arsenal in their traditional red and white, playing their 7th game in 3 weeks, but seemingly getting stronger all the time. And you can be sure that they will get a very warm welcome indeed from their fans. So welcome tonight to Villa Park for this FA Cup special. This famous ground well filled again for episode 3 of this Arsenal-Liverpool semi-final affair. But for the first time, there is now a new factor. Terry McDermott, as I've said, Footballer of the Year, returns to the Liverpool side after injury. He missed the earlier semi-finals at Hillsborough and the first replay here, and his drive in midfield could be so vital tonight. So Liverpool are getting back to full strength, as well as Terry McDermott. Fullback Alan Kennedy, who returned for the goalless draw at Crystal Palace on Saturday. He's also included. Sammy Lee gets the number 8 shirt, and David Fairclough is the Liverpool substitute. As for Arsenal, they rested 4 of their players in the 1-1 draw with West Bromwich Albion and Highbury on Saturday. And now John Devine is at left back with Sammy Nelson still out. And the scare about Willie Young's fitness obviously has come to nothing. And Arsenal have named Steve Walford as their substitute. The referee tonight is Pat Partridge from County Durham. And now it's Arsenal get us away, attacking the goal to our left in those red and white shirts. Liverpool tonight in the change strip of white shirts and black shorts. And the tension, just where will it show itself tonight? Sunderland right through, and a goal! A goal for Arsenal on my watch, 10 seconds. What an amazing start to a semi-final. There can't have been another one like it. Well, Ray Clements absolutely stunned, and no wonder. Well, Alan Sunderland, who scored that dramatic winner for Arsenal at Wembley in the dying minutes last year, look what he does here. The ball bobbles favourably for him, but my word, he hits it quickly wide of Ray Clements, and Arsenal unbelievably in the lead with only 10 seconds gone. Well, the Arsenal fans who've come up the M1, M6 can hardly believe it, and it's stunned the whole of Merseyside. O'Leary getting it away, wondering where the tension was going to show itself, and it showed itself of all the unexpected places there, right at the heart of that Liverpool defence. And Arsenal had scored even before Pat Jennings had had a touch of the ball. Talbot, John Devine, the young Dubliner, Graham Ricks, inside again for Sunderland. Played on again that time, but Stapleton had tried to get back into an onside position. The ball was played too firmly in any case. There was an offside. Well, this big Villa Park crowd is still trying and work out exactly what happened there in those first 10 seconds. Willie Young up and heading that one away for Arsenal. What a boost for the London team. And Alan Hansen here playing it gently back to Ray Clements. But it's been the quality of Liverpool's play over the years that nothing seems to ruffle them. And there's a long, long way to go yet. Arsenal's throw, it's with O'Leary, and now Liverpool's throw. And just listen to those Liverpool fans. That's the sort of support their team needs at the moment. It's a free kick now for Liverpool. The two Kennedys are over it. Might well be that classic left boot of Ray Kennedy, hitting it in low this time, though. Brady only half getting it away. Souness trying to get a shot in, and just wide of that Arsenal goal. Arsenal permitting Graham Souness a fair amount of time there to take possession of it, play it there, look up. Let's see how near it was. Too close for comfort, really. Played for Phil Neal. O'Leary. Put it on there by Ricks. Here's Stapleton. Brady's gone into a bit of space in the middle there if Stapleton can see him, but it's a goal kick. Frank Stapleton's head down a little bit there and not really quite aware of what was on around him. Supporters in good voice, and delighted no doubt to see Willie Young tuck that one through to Stapleton. Here's Ricks again. A long ball driven forward again, obviously aimed at David Price, but it's Ray Clements. 10 minutes gone and Arsenal leading by an amazing opening goal by Alan Sunderland. Phil Thompson to Ray Kennedy. Well, they were hustling up ahead, but the barrier was there, and it was David O'Leary, but he took it too far and lost it to Souness. Here's McDermott, a touch for Lee. On again for Terry McDermott. Back for Sammy Lee for Liverpool. Here's Neal. Played in again towards Dalglish. Turned across there, and Brady, as cool as you like. Oh. And maybe a little too cool for one or two Arsenal fans because there was so little to spare for Pat Jennings. Just look at the man's nerve here after Dalglish had cut that in, and the white shirts are converging, and there was just enough time for Jennings. Hit high towards Stapleton, who's won a lot in the air, winning that one and finding Talbot, who came very quickly from a midfield position. Here's Sunderland. The cross coming in again, and Price was just beaten in the air by Hansen. Thompson with a chance to turn it here for David Johnson. Hit straight at Ricks. The second attempt, he looks for Lee, but Devine gets there first for Arsenal. Liverpool at the moment feeling that they've got a good rhythm going and they want to keep this match moving fairly quickly and take every advantage they can, but there's a foul that time by Souness on Brady. They're taking free kicks quickly at Liverpool. They're taking their throws quickly. Free kick. Now, presumably by Willie Young on David Johnson. A free kick to Liverpool. Just over 20 minutes of the match gone, and Arsenal leading by 1-0. Since that goal, in fact, Liverpool have had much the better of the game territorially. Phil Neal swinging that one in. Brady helping it out. Alan Kennedy playing it wide to David Johnson. He's gone between two of them, and Johnson with a chance to cross it again, but hits it straight at Stapleton. Liverpool claiming that it hit Stapleton on the hand. The referee didn't want to know. Neal playing it wide again, but Turbot battling to keep that one in play. Neal, Hansen. Still those white shirts of Liverpool come forward looking for that equalising goal. Stapleton on that challenge. Kennedy, lovely skills on the ground there, and a pass into space here for Lee. Swung in and across that Arsenal goal again. Stapleton right back there. McDermott with a shot! Oh, a marvellous save by Jennings. McDermott can't believe it, and I think the majority of people here can't either, because as that came swinging in, and the corner's already taken, what a save that was by Pat Jennings. Well, the corner was successfully cleared by Arsenal. Lee putting Dalglish away. And across the face of that Arsenal goal that time. Well, you've got to hand it to Liverpool. They've really come back like true champions from that early goal. better of it, and it took a really mighty save from Pat Jennings to keep them behind. Lee. Dalglish. That's a Liverpool throw. Halfway through the first half now. Lee again for Liverpool. O'Neill just flicking one to the far side there, and Rice spotting what danger there was as Kennedy came in, guided it away for the goal kick. Souness, Dalglish, and again a man spare down this side for Liverpool. And here's Johnson, spotting the possibilities there with McDermott really herring into the middle for him, still with Johnson. And it might yet come. Brady right back there again, just turning it back to Jennings. Downward header. Kennedy, but here's Brady again, gently sideways here for Rice. Played in for Stapleton, and some of them is looking for the knockdown. Here's Kennedy coming away. This time it's a free kick for Liverpool. There was an infringement there, right on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Lee, Young. Gone straight to Ricks. Now, can some of them get to that? Clement started to come and then stopped, but the whistle had gone. Souness again. Now he's got McDermott, played inside again for David Johnson. And he tried to reach Kennedy. It was more of a saving clearance there by Arsenal, just gave them a moment to breathe. Stapleton right back there, pushed in the back by Alan Kennedy, and that's a free kick for Arsenal. And such has been this Liverpool pressure, almost non-stop since they went behind, that Stapleton, I think, has played more of this game as a defender than he has as an attacker. But we've got to within 7 minutes of half-time, and Arsenal, in spite of being bombarded for so long, are surviving. But they're still taking a long time with these free kicks and throws, as they are now. Again, the referee's looked at his watch. And I think sooner or later he might feel warranted in taking a little more positive action about that. But at the moment, positive action from Graham Ricks. No, he's lost it to the aggression of Graham Souness and the skill as well, and he's got men up there. Dalglish is in there, and Devine, the young Irishman, saving Arsenal with a brilliant piece of defence there when it looked as though Kenny Dalglish was right through. Here's the ball again coming in, this time from Sammy Lee, and that time grabbed by Pat Jennings. Well, a really brilliant piece of defence by Devine there. I really thought that Dalglish was in a position to put the finishing touch to that one. Ricks. Coming towards half-time now, but I fancy referee Pat Partridge might add on a few seconds at any rate. Offside there against McDermott to balance up the time wasting that Arsenal have shown taking throws and kicks. Again, they're taking a long time, and again a studied look at the watch from referee Pat Partridge. Stapleton winning it well in the air. Ricks planting it forward again for Sunderland to try and get clear of Phil Thompson. And that's going to be Price's header! And it caused Ray Clements to make another save. And Liverpool could so easily have been caught out there. The cross coming in there, and Price with the header. So we're right on half-time now. Linesman flagging, a foul there on Frank Stapleton, a free kick for Arsenal. They might wonder whether David Price might have done a little more with that header. It's so unusual for Arsenal to be up in that Liverpool penalty area. Into 2 minutes of time added on for stoppages and time wasting, and Pat Rice being hustled back there. David O'Leary putting it forward again, this time Brady caught offside. Dalglish taking possession beautifully there for Liverpool. McDermott's up there with him. Rice struggling to get back, and Johnson is there. Turn back again. Willie Young stopping it first with his knee, but it goes back to Price again, or to Johnson again. And the whistle had gone in any case. And it's going to be a free kick for Arsenal. Wait, nearly 2 minutes now of stoppage time. Whistle. And if you forget the first 10 minutes, there could hardly, territorially speaking at any rate, have been a more one-sided game than we've seen here, with Liverpool throwing everything at Arsenal. One tremendous save by Pat Jennings, some near misses as well, but Arsenal defending stoutly as Liverpool have thrown everything at them. But of course you can't overlook that first 10 seconds of the game when Alan Sunderland struck that goal for Arsenal that gives them this half-time lead. But it really has been an exhilarating first half. The half-time score then in this FA Cup semi-final, second replay at Villa Park. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1, and we should be back with the second half. And welcome back to Villa Park for the second half of this second FA Cup semi-final replay. Liverpool in the white shirts attacking the goal to our left, and I suppose the legitimate question really could well be, can Arsenal now hang on to that one-goal lead scored so quickly in the game? And certainly on the evidence of that first half, they really might well face another pounding now as we start the second. Nobody can argue that they've got anything other than true value for money here tonight. In fact, I'm told that this is of course the third semi-final that Villa Park has housed this season, the second one between these two sides, and then West Ham and Everton before that, that they've taken something like £100,000 as their part in it. Which are very tidy pickings, but it's a grand stadium and it's been well managed here tonight. And it's Pat Rice to take the throw for Arsenal, who've beaten Cardiff and Brighton and Bolton and Watford to get this far, with Liverpool getting past Grimsby, Nottingham Forest, Bury and Spurs. But in the light of the saga these two clubs have already had, those matches seem such a long time ago now. Brady playing it wide there, cut out by Lee. But only Johnson is up for Liverpool, but he's getting some support now. And he's brought down by Devine. But I think Pat Partridge thought about feeling for a card as he ran that way. And the length of that run has given him a little bit of time to think about it. No yellow card, but a free kick for Liverpool. And there's Neil playing it straight to Devine and back to Pat Jennings. Talbot. Ball out of play. It's a Liverpool throw. it forward again for Dalglish's little touch, and the ducking header there from Pat Rice. Willie Young, here's Brady, and now Ricks, and an Arsenal throw. He's taking his time again. Neil's header, and Divines. Neil to Lee. Played in again there, but Willie Young. Price with the downward header. That'll fall for McDermott, though, and he just tucks it away there for Phil Neal. Inside again for Lee, who picked up Alan Kennedy on this side. Sunderland coming back to help out. Still with Alan Kennedy. There's his shot, and Jennings behind it. Kennedy thought that everybody else had been having a pop at the Arsenal goal. And as you can see, it opened up there nicely for him, but Jennings placed behind it. Dalglish with a backward header for Ray Kennedy. Souness for Alan Kennedy. Well, he's turned to Pat Rice, and the cross just beyond that far post. Well, that's twice the full-back has got in on the action. Phil Neal had come forward so much in the first half, and it's Kennedy now doing it here. He turned Pat Rice, and there was so little to spare at the other end of that goal. So Arsenal are still there, sticking to this one-goal lead. Brady playing it forward, and suddenly they've got men up as Sunderland now finds Stapleton. And that's where Liverpool might get caught on that sort of break. They're so anxious, pushing men forward and pushing men forward. And the little touch there by Sunderland, a nice little cushion header. And Stapleton hit it first time, but just too high. So there are 25 minutes left now. And Liverpool, for all their pressure, are still this one goal down. But here's Souness finding Ray Kennedy. In for Souness again. Johnson on the far side, supported by Phil Neal. Stopped by Devine, who's had a really good game. In fact, the Arsenal back four have been absolutely brilliant tonight. But need to be brilliant for another 25 minutes. McDermott, and that's a free kick for Arsenal. Stapleton, who's injured, and Liverpool making a substitution. David Fairclough is coming on, and Alan Kennedy, who was hobbling a moment ago, is off. So they swap an attacker for a defender, which is going to mean a slight reshuffle. Might well mean they drop Ray Kennedy back a little bit. No, they're dropping Sammy Lee to right back, and Phil Neal is coming across to left back. David Fairclough, of course, going up amongst the front runners. So Sammy Lee right back, Phil Neal left back for Liverpool. And there's Neal going straight into his left back position. And there's Lee in his right back position. Now, can this super sub do it again for Liverpool? It's Dalglish this moment, finding Johnson, and Lee in a bit of space here for Liverpool. The little chip in there, and it was Fairclough who was just wide. Well, his first real positive touch with the ball there. My word, he nearly did it again. Up there, and as well for Brady that he managed to get that just away. And here's Talbot again, battling through there, and it's broken for them. It's broken for Sunderland, but now it hasn't. And Neil is across there, and the linesman is flagging, and Liverpool get a free kick. Whether Sunderland's nerve just broke at that crucial moment because he really seemed to be cruising in there on a shot on goal. And again, it's these fast breaks from deep that might catch Liverpool out. There's still this goal behind Liverpool, and we're halfway through the second half. A place at Wembley at stake against West Ham. Neil, Thompson, Hansen. Dalglish chesting it there for Souness. Lee played in again for McDermott, and the whistle had gone. It must have been an offside against Terry McDermott. Sure, you can hear the Arsenal voices in the crowd at the moment, but it's Kennedy planting it forward again, and O'Leary, who's been quite magnificent getting it away, but it's only for a throw. It's Kennedy again for Liverpool. Turned by Johnson for Souness, and now for Dalglish on the turn, but Young is sticking so close to him. Dalglish has wriggled free and hits it straight at Jennings. You just mustn't let this man turn. Look how close Willie Young had stayed with him, but there was another turn coming up yet. There it is, just gives him that yard, but again hit straight at the keeper. Here's Lee again. Now Phil Thompson, hit high once more. The white shirts are all up there, but it's Willie Young who got it away. Brady couldn't get a touch. McDermott can, though, to Phil Neal. Played in by Hansen. O'Leary's header this time. Thompson, the Liverpool skipper there. Everybody bar Ray Clements well inside that Arsenal half now. Thompson once more for Liverpool. It's a matter of 2¼ minutes left as Thompson plays it in once more. Nodded forward again. O'Leary right in there, and Jennings right in there, and kicked away again, but the whistle had gone, and Liverpool again are swarming around. So one Liverpool player in a bit of trouble there. Who is it? It's David Johnson. Well, this is how it all came about, and it really was frantic in that on that far post as Jennings came for it, and it was finally belted away there. And the stretcher coming on for David Johnson. Well, that's a terrible, sad blow for Liverpool. Well, from now on, it's really conjecture how much time there is to go, as Fairclough is prepared to go on, but it looks as though it's the end of the night for David Johnson. So Liverpool are going to be with 10 men for what remains, and it's conjecture just how much does remain now, because we're over the 90 minutes. It really is now a question of just how much Pat Partridge, the referee, will add on for stoppage time. Pat Jennings with the kick for Arsenal. It's with Neil. His socks down about his ankles now. It's got to be last. Desperate challenge now for Liverpool. One last charge. Brady now dispossessing Phil Neal. Stapleton up there with him. The ball bouncing kindly for him, but Phil Thompson's going to be across there. And back it goes to Ray Clements. Everybody's eyes turns towards the referee again. But he's not even at the moment looking at his watch. We've played a minute of injury time. And the ball comes out to Lee. And Arsenal are close to making it an all-London final if they can hold on for just a few more seconds. A free kick for Liverpool. It's not over yet. McDermott hoisting it high again. Alan Hansen's right in there. And again, it's Talbot with a mighty boot away. Phil Neal underneath it. Played 90 seconds of time added on. Can Arsenal still hold out these last few seconds? Will Liverpool yet save themselves? McDermott with a shot. He cannoned off Willie Young. Souness looking to try and get a shot in. Willie Young belting it away again. Really is amazing stuff this now. Arsenal have been under the cosh for nearly all the night, but they are just a few seconds away from a third successive Wembley appearance with that goal right at the start by Alan Sunderland. The ball inside the Liverpool half again. The referee looking at both linesmen to see whether time is up. Neil playing it forward, hopefully once more. Returned with compliments by Willie Young. Bill Thompson playing it forward again. Dalglish getting ahead of there. Kennedy playing it back there. McDermott storming in on this one. Played here for Souness. How much more can anybody stand of this sort of tension? Nodded in again, and he might be there. Dalglish! Right at the last! They're off the Liverpool bench! And Arsenal were just seconds away from Wembley. And now, well, who knows? Kenny Dalglish has scored when the referee had added more than 2 minutes of injury time. Liverpool level at 1-1. There's never been a semi-final to touch it for drama. And we're going to get another 30 minutes of it now. Of that you can be absolutely sure. 30 minutes, of course, when Liverpool will play with 10 men. Touched on there, and always just that little bit out of Arsenal's grasp. O'Leary couldn't quite get up high enough. Souness heading it on. Nodded in once more, I think, there by Phil Thompson. And in the end, it falls for Dalglish to hit it from such close range. What a devastating blow for Arsenal, but what a tremendous moment of joy for Liverpool. So, 1-1. And hardly time, I would think, to get the game restarted before we get to extra time. Absolutely unbelievable. Except that it's all happening in front of us right here at Villa Park. As Souness now plays to Phil Neal. You never count Liverpool out until the last whistle has gone. Jennings quickly off his line, and he needed to be. 4 minutes of injury time played now. And here's Talbot going through, and the whistle has gone for the end of 90 minutes. Well, everybody needs a breather now. Arsenal won, scored in the opening seconds of the game by Alan Sunderland. Liverpool won, scored in the closing seconds of 90 minutes by Kenny Dalglish. And we start now the second period, or the first period of extra time, with Arsenal then attacking the goal to our left with a score at 1-1. And what on earth awaits us now? I think it's not too much to say that when people talk about great games of football that they've seen, that sooner or later somebody's going to say, yes, but were you there that night at Villa Park? Oh, Fairclough just kept it in, but there was a little moment of slackness there, that back pass for Arsenal. And Fairclough very nearly pounced on it. It's Souness, and it really is quite an amazing situation, because the pendulum, if anything, should swing to Liverpool after their saving goal right at the end of normal time, and yet in these punishing last 30 minutes they have to play with 10 men. Just which way will it go? There he is. He looks in a bad way, but he looks as though he wants to come back on, or at least to see what's going to happen. And Johnson is back on, and Liverpool are back to full strength. Souness to Neal. O'Leary. Stapleton, and now Ray Kennedy. And Fairclough's after this one, and Willie Young couldn't be sure that Jennings would get there in time. Stapleton just glancing that header. Sunderland trying to make some impression on Hansen, but Hansen finds Neal. And now Ray Kennedy. Souness. Johnson. Well, whatever his injury, he seems okay now. He must have heard the roars in the dressing room when that Kenny Dalglish equaliser went in. Oh, he's got a terrible eye there. Look, the right eye almost closed. But his heart's still pretty big from all accounts. He's back on the field, and here he is again, David Johnson. Looking for an obstruction by Devine, but the referee kept his arms behind his back. I think it was in the time added on for injuries and stoppages that Arsenal got themselves caught. And although there was that long period when David Johnson needed attention, you just wonder if maybe they played some of those free kicks and throws a little quicker. Fairclough with a shot, saved by Pat Jennings. Well, super sub on the break. Jennings off his line, and perfect keeping. Thompson up well for Liverpool. Souness. That might come for Ricks, and the ball bounced kindly for him too. And Talbot on this left-hand side, when in fact Stapleton and Sunderland made good breaks on the other side, which might have been more advantageous. So Liverpool coming again with Hansen. McDermott. And again McDermott, with Fairclough outside him. David Fairclough. Tried just a little too much. O'Leary for Brady, who seems to be struggling a bit, Brady. Oh, and that pass can easily come for Ray Kennedy. Oh! Oh! Well, that went through Jennings' hands. What a shot it was by Ray Kennedy. Here's the shot, through Jennings' hands and off the top of the crossbar. Well, in the very first game at Hillsborough, Brian Talbot put one on top of the Liverpool crossbar, and now the compliment's been repaid. There's the corner, Stapleton up, Souness. Space here for Lee. Now Johnson. McDermott being shadowed by Brady. Here's Lee. Neil landing it in there again towards Dalglish. Oh, nice little overhead. Oh! And in the end, Stapleton only half got it away, and it cannoned back off another player and could so easily have gone into the goal. It's a free kick for Arsenal, though. All beginning with that overhead from Kenny Dalglish. Here comes that overhead kick, and it's Frank Stapleton, a forward right back there, who hits one of his own players until it's finally hooked away. Neil's header. And Dalglish. Willie Young for Arsenal. 4 minutes of this first period of extra time to go, as Kennedy finds David Fairclough. Now, who's up there for him? On this side is David Johnson, but Devine just got his header in. Johnson turning it back again under that Arsenal crossbar. Ooh, and Jennings got it and lost it. Dalglish was almost in there, and in fact, in trying to get the ball, Dalglish caught Jennings just below the left knee. Purely accidental. Lee. Oh, there's Johnson again. He's only got one eye to look through at the moment, but he saw that through pass beautifully and made a nice ball there for Dalglish. Well, for so long, it seemed that Arsenal were going to make it. There's a nice ball played in there for Dalglish, and he whips it this shot. Pat Rice getting that one away. Phil Neal trying to get into a shooting position. Souness. Sweeping it wide here for Johnson. The little chip by Johnson, and Pat Rice's header only going as far as Ray Kennedy. Souness again, beaten this time though by Ricks, and Hansen playing it back to Ray Kennedy. And woe betide anybody who makes a mistake now. Hansen for Liverpool. Somehow bobbled its way through to Ray Kennedy, and a lovely ball by him to Johnson, played inside, first time to McDermott, and what a good save by Jennings. Brilliant piece of football from both sides there, played in quickly, McDermott meeting it first time, Jennings superb. First 15 minutes of extra time are over. And by rights, the team should cross straight over and get on with the second period. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1, and 15 minutes now remaining. And it's a brave man now who would tell you which way this semi-final is going to go. Standing at 1-1. A soul has moved, although I suppose a few might have dodged away before that Liverpool equaliser right at the end of 90 minutes. Well, what they're missing now, as we get away now for this second period of extra time. Just 15 minutes remaining to decide, if it will be decided tonight, that is, who goes through to beat West Ham at Wembley. Souness for Liverpool. And the Arsenal fans still in very good heart. Disappointed though they must be that it's come to this. Still at 1-1 when it looked for so long as if it was going to be 1-0. And here's Johnson, stopped by Willie Young. What a good game he's had. Brady. Talbot. That's an Arsenal throw. No, the linesman flagged Arsenal. The referee said no, it just clipped off Brady. It's a Liverpool throw. Brady's header, quite what he intended, and that wasn't what Willie Young intended either, and it falls for David Johnson, who's got Fairclough right up there with him. McDermott's coming up fast for Liverpool. Johnson again with the cross. And again, the Arsenal defenders lining up to get it away. In fact, I think it was Talbot who got that one away, but it's now with Hansen for Liverpool. Driven in there once more. Dalglish. Dalglish! And fractionally wide off an Arsenal defender. That was amazing. They're going to take the corner as Jennings waits now. Well, I don't think anybody can take much more of this now. It's absolutely amazing, because that looked as though Dalglish was going to be perfectly placed to put Liverpool 2-1 ahead. A long corner taken by Jennings. Sunderland, Brady. And there's another replay scheduled if it's required for Coventry on Thursday night. It's beginning to look that way. But who can say that when Liverpool left it so late last time? It'll come for Sunderland. Played here for Brady, looking wide for Ricks. Instead playing in for Willie Young in there, but Hanson's up again. And here's McDermott standing on the ball. And recovering in time to find Lee. Souness. Oh, Brady getting the better of Souness. Stapleman head down, trying to get into a good attacking position for him. Played here now for Talbot. And what a bit of work there by Ray Kennedy. Terry Neal banging away there on that board. Come on. And that's a throw which way? Well, it doesn't matter. The final whistle has gone, and who will forget this night at Villa Park? An amazing semi-final replay as Phil Neal and Brian Talbot embrace each other there. That's the night it's been. A more grueling and gripping semi-final would be hard to imagine. So, with the final score 1-1 and a replay to come again now at Coventry on Thursday, let's join Gary Newboy.
Well, with me is Graham Souness of Liverpool. Graham, you must have thought in the closing minutes that perhaps Liverpool had had it.
It looked that way. The clock was showing past, I think, and we're due to finish at 25 past, so I thought, 2 years on the trot, we've blown it again. We got it back. I thought we deserved to get something out of it tonight.
Well, let's have a look at that goal that kept you in the cup.
Yeah, I think this is a sloppy ball by me. Davy Fairclough just gets a touch to it. Big Alan helps it on there, and Big O'Leary manages to get a head to it. I knock it back in. Big Alan again. Table tennis. This is where Kenny comes in. Kenny reads his situation so well, and thank you. That's enough.